Hello and welcome to Big Sky 35. Let's talk. Today, I know it's like a week after that I'm recording this of the purchase, and I'll say I think we all know what the purchase is. The group that bought PSA, or the parent company, with the other companies. I just want to put my 2 cents in. I've been watching all the other videos and just taking it all in. Um, but before I touch on that, let me speak on one thing. Today I went out, just hit some, I can't say local, I just went on a road trip doing a little Christmas shopping. Plus, while I was out, let's hit the different Walmarts, Targets, whatever. Went about an hour perimeter around me. Yeah, nothing out there. I did find a couple of boxes of Bowman Platinum, something to open. I'm not a big Bowman Platinum fan. I was looking for the Topps Holiday, and I don't know if that's hit the retail yet, but didn't find that. Last I checked, it was sold out on the Walmart.com. I really like opening that. I've said it several times now. But I did see my first guys standing there waiting for the shelves to be restocked. I didn't see anybody there to restock them. I guess it was the time for it to be there. It happened to be a hockey series one from last year. I said I keep running into it in certain places. So I got a blaster of that, you know, and went on my merry way. I just kind of shook my head at him and laughed and walked off. I mean, I'm not mad at them. I don't know who's buying. I mean, I'm sure they're waiting for Prism and $100 blaster, whatever. It's crazy. But anyway, back to what I'm doing. My Let's Talk. I just wanted to touch on the craziness that our hobby is in, and I don't know if it's people want to say that's good for the hobby or not. I don't see where it is, but on the business part of it is, but the hobbyist itself, it sucks. Uh, but to the purchase part of it, and that's where this comes in. Is it good for the hobby or not? I don't know. Who knows? I don't think anything is going to change in the next year or so. It's going to be internal if it is. My company just went through the same exact thing. We were publicly company bought by a private holder, investment group, and and it's been about a year, and now they're starting. They see how our business ran. It took a little while. They got one of their people into the business side of it, on the book side of it, and they're in our home offices, but not at our plant site. But at our plant site, they're starting to put money into it and expanding, and they want, if there's an open space, they want it full. So that just tells me they want to fill it and then sell us to that. That's how investment groups make their money. So the last place I worked at, same deal. Investment group. Investment group comes in. It's usually a 5 year turnaround, and from way I see it and what I've read and when I read up on it, if they don't sell the parts off and make their money, because that's what they do. Uh, and this is a couple of different. As you see, I'm a Mets fan, so I was interested because I saw it was Cohen. I didn't know everybody's raving about this guy that's supposedly in the hobby, and Nate Turner or whatever. I was thinking Nat Turner. I was waiting for him to start playing some jazz or something. I don't know, but I was like, I've never heard of him. Uh, I didn't even take time to look it up, see who he is. I just saw everybody else talking about him, and I guess he's in the invest in tech companies. So everybody just soon jump into this robot thing, which I don't see that in the near future. Of you gotta really sell that to the public. I mean, there's too many old school guys that already don't think grading is legitimate, and then you're gonna bring, you could Still takes there's got to be human in the process somewhere, even if it's getting graded by bots. So a human had to set up the way it grades and all that. So uh, I just, I think this company will come in and streamline things. I don't know if they're going to do backlog, but you know what? Everybody's like, oh, they're going to clean the backlog up. Why? We're all still sending our cards in. We get them 6 or 7 months later, and bitch, that took 6 or 7 months. But I got 6 more orders already there, and I got another order ready to go out. So they don't care. We bitch, but we keep on sending them in. We thought we had an alternative with SGC, and SGC showed that they're no better. I'm not going to really sit here and compare the two right now, but they fell right into the same trap. So maybe they like a backlog, and that way they know they have that money in the pocket. I don't know, and I don't think anybody else that made videos claiming they do know. It was very nice to hear speculation, but I just from my company going through this, you'll start seeing, if you start hearing that they're pouring a lot of money into it, streamlining things, and trying to get more inventory in and trying to get inventory out. Because again, somebody made a statement like there's 40,000 Lucas, and if they did all the grading, it'd be 40,000 more. Well, eventually those 40,000 more Lucas will be out in space, out in the world. So I don't know, and to me as a hobby collector, Luca shouldn't be $1,200. If it goes down to a few $100s, I still think it's too much for it, but at least it's reasonable. And just because somebody put a 10 or a 9 on it, I mean, we go by those numbers so much, and it's a new card. If you can't look at it and see with your own eyes that a new card has damage, I mean, I find it hard to spend up to 10 times more because it's in a graded holder. Like I said, I grade cards. I've thought it was a joke. It's just now I'm in on the joke, and I might not understand the joke all the time, but I agree wholeheartedly. We hear it all the time: buy the card, not the grade. But man, when it's newer cards and 95% of them are 10s and 9s, because the 9s are starting to go up now, because they're grading harder. Everybody wants to be the toughest grader, so they're just really locking down. Especially PSA seems to, because I think they're tired of hearing that a 9.5 is better than their 9s, and a gray or whatever gold 10 is better than a PSA 10. I have a problem with that myself, because I think a 10's a 10. I don't know how you have a 10 and a 10 that's better than the other 10. Then the other 10 shouldn't be a 10. It's a 9.75, right? I've had an issue with that from the first time. This is Spinal Tap. Our amps go to 11. So, I've had an issue with that, and everybody's waiting for CGC or whatever they're going to call their sports side of it. And I've had mixed feelings. I don't like their flips. If they go with it looks good for comic books, and I really like them for gaming cards, but for some reason, as a guy that I'm a straightforward, I just like I like SGC black white. I don't need it fancy. I do like the PSA one better than SGC. I just need the information. That's all I want. The card is supposed to be the king of the show, and you don't want to take anything away from the card. And I think having different color flips and all this stuff, one color means this and another one, it just distracts from the card itself. And you're going to have people that like purple and don't want to get orange and things like that. But back to PSA again. I don't know. I'm not a financial analyst. I can tell you what one of the first videos I saw was with Filmington and I can't remember Cardi C. Um, Great breakdown. I learned a lot. I mean, I couldn't invest in anything still, but it showed me why they had the backlog and then what the purpose was for it, and it made sense. Publicly traded company probably don't want to have all that sitting there, just sitting there. I mean, a privately owned company, I should say. But I don't know. And we all don't know. So it's going to be fun to wait and see what the future holds. I'm excited because Cohen is part of the ownership, and he might not. He might collect cards. I don't know, but I know what he loves. He loves sports. He loves baseball. So and will they give up their other stuff where everybody else is speculating? I don't know. If it makes money, I don't know why they would. The system's already set up, and that's why they kept the president or whatever. You got to have somebody there that already knows what the systems are, and then they'll slowly start implementing their own people in. That's exactly what happened where I was at. They left in people, and then all of a sudden we'll get an email saying, "Oh, now we got a new CFO. Oh, now we got another COO. Now we got." It kind of started rolling down, and you start seeing our bosses at our plant starting to get nervous because it's starting to get closer and closer to them, and now they want to show, hey, we know what we're doing. So it's I've worked in it, and now it's interesting to see what PSA does on a much smaller and it's grading cards, coins, whatever else they grade. I heard they used to do a lot more, but that's my 2 cents. Take what you will. I know I didn't really say much, but I don't think there's much to say. I think it's all speculation and guesswork. And that investment group, their new board is going to be the only ones. But it does sound like this board might be looser with the purse strings than the other one. That's the only plus side I see at the moment. And we'll see. And in 6 months, we'll come back and reassess. And in a year again, we're going to still be bitching about something. PSA, somebody's going to be still bitching about PSA for some reason. So let's see how they handle things and just sit back and enjoy it and wait 6 months for our cards. Until next time, see ya.